friends, it's Miss Ashley, and today we are going to talk about frogs. Now, when you were an itty bitty bitty baby, you looked just like a person. You had a head, and eyes and nose and a mouth. You had arms and legs and hands and feet. You looked like a person. You were just very little. But frogs, they do not look like frogs when they're babies. They look totally different. And we're going to talk about the life cycle. A life cycle is the whole cycle from when you're a little baby way to a grown up. And then it starts over again. And when a new frog is a baby and they get to a grown up. Okay, let's learn about frogs today. All right, oh goodness, here we go. All right, lots of frogs. Eggs in the pond. Many kinds of frogs live around the world. Frogs are amphibians. They can live in water and in land. They all have the same life cycle. Look at that frog. I've seen frogs that looked like that. Wood frogs live in wetlands. In the spring, females, the mommy frogs, lay eggs in the water. And a thick, clear jelly holds the eggs together. Look. Do you see these circles? Those are the eggs. And that black thing in there, these little black speckles, that is a baby frog. Can you believe it? And these eggs are all in the water. In 14 days, they hatch out, pop, pop. And they're using their big, long tails. They swim around the pond. They kind of swim like fish. And they grow very fast. Look, there's the long, long tail. You can kind of see little legs popping out. But when I look at the face, it looks more like a fish to me. What do you think? The tadpole's body goes through lots of changes. Look, what did it grow? Those are back legs. Oh my goodness. The lungs take place of the gills and it can breathe in or out of the water. Right now, this tadpole still lives in the water a lot. They just have the back legs. Look how long that tail is. Does it look like a frog yet? No, I don't think so either. Next, the tadpole begins to grow its front legs. It's starting to kind of look like a frog. Look at its face. That kind of looks like a frog to me. What about this long tail? Is that what a grown-up frog looks like? No, not really. Its tail gets shorter and shorter. The tadpole becomes a froglet. Its legs are going to get very strong. Oh, look, as the legs get stronger, it spends time in the water and out of the water. It uses its legs to search for food and hops in the woods looking for bugs to eat. Does it still have a tail? Yeah, it's not a grown-up yet. After about 4 months, the frog will lose its tail and it becomes an adult, a grown-up frog. They live 3 to 4 years. So this one still has its tail, so it's not a frog yet, is it? All wood frogs are tan or brown. In the fall, they crawl under the leaves. And during the winter, they freeze as hard as ice cubes. Their heart even stops beating. Look, that one's kind of brown and orange. Frogs come in lots of colors. And in the spring, the frogs thaw out and they hop into ponds. And they lay more eggs and the cycle starts all over again. So there's no tail on this one. It's hard to see, but there's no tail. It's a grown-up frog now. and it looks like a frog. That's so fun to learn all about how a frog changes, went from a baby to a big grown-up. Okay, so I have on Seesaw, I've posted another YouTube song that tells this whole cycle again, but it's a really fun song for you to listen to. And then you can make a hat and sequence out the steps from an egg to a frog on Seesaw. Okay, friends, have a wonderful day and have fun learning all about frogs.